All right, welcome everybody. We are in Enshrouded tonight here if you're watching the VOD. I'm sorry I missed last week. I did have surgery. Still on the recovery path from that. But yeah, we are back in Enshrouded here. Just gonna be basically working on the on the castle here tonight, as we've been doing on our streams here for the last few streams. Off stream I did do a few things here. If you're interested, I did add kind of a little entryway here. Going into the castle here. I'm gonna mostly be working in this area, I think, tonight here. We're gonna be trying some different ideas. And then of course you'll notice on the outside there, if you've just been watching the streams, that yeah, we've done some things here. So just to give you a little tour around, we did add the Fisherman's Inn here, which is not quite complete yet, but I did release some how-to build videos if you want to get to this point on the channel here. So this is the Fisherman's Inn right here. We still have work to do to that as well there. I just wanted to get out a basic guide as to how to get to this point here. And actually, yeah, if you want to see exactly how I built it and the process we went through to get here, you can go ahead and check out the two-part video on the channel on YouTube. So, yes, the Fisherman's Inn is here. And we did add this in here off camera. And just made kind of a nice little place. So we still have more decorating to do. We still have, I'm going to add, I think, an extra little employee area in the back here, coming off the back. And we got some other lighting things and whatnot to do in here as well. But anyway, also off camera here, we did add in this dock with bridge here. Just coming to this little island out here. I do want to make this island into a nice little kind of park area. And then over here, I did just today actually begin working on the road to our actual village here. So there's kind of this natural little hill here, which we might actually extend a little bit. But then I brought it in off of this main road here, which is the natural road coming in from the spawn tower over there, or the first observation tower, towards Fort Calvin here. And I did put a little sign here, and we did name our village Hidden Grotto Village here. Just because you come through this little hidden area here, you won't be able to see it from the road really. And then there'll be a nice little walkway and bridge that goes over here. That leads into the Fisherman's Inn here, and will eventually lead into our town here. So you'll come over here. And of course, we still have a long ways to go on all this stuff here, so definitely not even close to being done. But it'll come right up here to the central market, where we just, I'm just putting together a video actually. So if you're checking out the stream here, you get a little heads up. But I am putting together a video here on how we built all this here. So just basically a how-to on how to build the market stalls here. And then some ideas that I had. Then we go through and building this central market area here. So that's pretty much what we've done off camera here. And then eventually this will be surrounded in kind of a little village here. So anyways, back to the castle here, our official home. I did also change my fit. So I do have some big plans with water. I'm not the best with water, but we are going to experiment with it here. So going back to our castle block here, I do want to attempt to make some sort of a little pond area here right in the center, if I can. I'm not entirely sure how I want to do that yet, but I do want to make this, so basically my plan right now is like this will be kind of our little throne room area here. We'll have various things in here with our throne for our home. Because basically we're a lord or lady of the land here. Our little Valley of the Kings here, as we've named it. And then you'll come up over here, which again, we have a long ways to go on this castle. But up here we do have our storage room, which you guys haven't seen since the last stream either. So we've got just a ton of name storage in here, where I can effectively store all my stuff good. So it's nice and organized for my brain. We'll have our bedroom right here. This will be our nice multi-story bedroom here that we're still working on as well. We have our sky bridge right here. It will come over here to our tower. And we'll have our nice little bathroom right here. And we still have so much decorating to do. And so much more building to do on the entire thing. But I do want to focus on the actual courtyard here. So this is going to be left open. And then we're going to actually be adding in just a nice little courtyard here. So when you walk into the initial door, you'll be coming directly into a courtyard area here. But first things first, we need to finish the work on the actual snapping on here. I want to build like a little gatehouse here because it is a kind of castle after all here. So we're just going to bring this over so that it's nice and even with this here. So I don't have to do extra work with it. So I'll build in a square here. And then we do want to leave out a little section here for another door. So you'll kind of walk in. There'll be a nice little, basically foyer area here. Just like that. And then we do actually have doors up top. So I do want to try to keep the doors pretty similar here. We did go with that door. I'm almost thinking I should put an iron door on the outside here. We'll see when I get going here, but let's come up to our doors chest here. And we have a lot of different door options here. So yeah, I'm thinking we should almost put a steel door there. Because it is like basically the only way in or out of our castle here. So I'm almost thinking that we should have something like this. That's not wide enough, is it? Let's remove another one of these chunks here and remove this one as well, and then we'll put our door in and see where we're at. So just like that. So a nice steel door here. But I'm gonna actually pick this back up because I want it to face the other way. Door handle should be on this side. I know it's a small detail, but when you walk in, you wouldn't want to reach across the door to get to the handle, right? So maybe this is like an oak door or something here. Because that door does look really nice right there. So we're gonna go with aesthetics over functionality in case of a siege, because we're not gonna actually be sieged here. But now we will switch back to our actual blocks here. Put that in there, and then we want the door frame block here if I can. It's not gonna be fussy with me. I think it might be trying to be fussy. No, there we go. A nice door frame block there, and we could actually put some arches over that here with some railings eventually. But for right now, this will be actually our little, whatchamacallit, our little kind of gatehouse here, which I am intrigued on building this, so maybe we'll stick to this for a little bit here. And then I want the 4 walls, because that should be fine here. A little far here. We'll bring that in, bring it over. And then we're actually going to probably switch back to 2 meters here. Put snapping back on. And I'm going to go ahead and build this out here. I want to see how far I should bring this out. I want it to overhang a bit. Yeah, maybe something just like that would be just fine. And then we'll seal that in with... I should probably... Here, let's open this up. Okay, we just want to seal this in with probably oak yet. That would be... Oak would be fine here. It's not really oak, it's conifer, but... Oops, and I want the single block. I just wanted to go into first person right here. And then we'll look at this here when we're done sealing this in here. And just see what that looks like. Oh yeah, looks plenty fine. Okay, very good. I'll get up on here, back out of first person. And then we will add a window in here as well. We'll have to look at our window options. But we do want some windows. Actually, this is supposed to be defensible, so... let's go ahead and grab our single blocks here. And we will make a double slit here. Like so. That way we could actually shoot out of there if we were an archer. Very good. And then we do want a floor up here on this level as well. So we'll come back here to the 4 meters. Going to be too wide. No, should be fine. And we'll go ahead and make this... Actually, it might be a little wide here. What's that going to look like? No, it does work. Works quite nicely, actually. So we'll just go ahead and add that in there. We have a nice little floor here. And of course, we have to have a way up there as well. And I think we're going to achieve that with some stairs here. Snapping is really being a pain here. Let's turn it this way once, actually. We'll bring our little stairs over here. They should still fill in correctly. Am I right? No, I'm wrong. We need to remove one little chunk there. That chunk. And then it works just fine there. Back down to our stairs here. Let's turn off snapping because it's getting on my nerves. Bring it in just like that. And I just love the way that the conifer wood looks with that ornate detailing on there. So pretty. And then usually with my stairs, I like to close it off, and then I don't like to waste a lot of space. So I will seal that little hole up there, but we'll have a nice little storage area back here as well. So in order to make that look a little better here, we're going to go back into the single blocks. Just like that. In fact, can we still fit through here if I put this in here? Oh yeah, perfect. It's a nice little area back there. And then we did have a little area over here to fill in. First person so I can see here. There. Oh boy. Oh boy. Hey, it does still work, but it looks derpy, so we need to fix that. Let's go back here. It's gonna change a lot of things. I'm not sure why exactly it did that. It should have been like this. That's alright though. It's just gonna change a couple things around here. There we go. Just had to make a few fine adjustments there. Nothing crazy. Now we have some nice stairs going up there, and of course we do want to make this a little more ornate here. Adds a couple little extra pillars in here. Oops, not there. There we are. We can set something in there. Give off some light, maybe from a candle or something to illuminate the stairs. And then, yeah, then we have a way up into our actual guardhouse here. We'll switch back to our castle blocks here. Back to our walls here. And I want to make sure that I'm actually placing this right here. And snapping is just going to be a royal pain here again, so that should be correct there. Good. Now we should be able to switch back to snapping. We'll get a little closer here. Okay, then we'll probably have to maybe go back to our singular blocks here. This might actually be wide enough for some double doors here, possibly. Go take a look here. So we did end up using this polished wood door here, so we might use some polished double wood. Please let me know if the audio needs to be adjusted too. The new playlist I got going here, so. Okay, it would have to be quite a bit. Oh, hold on. No, we just need to stick to the singular, I think, which I didn't grab when I was up there. Unfortunate. We'll grab the regular polished wood doors here. Head back down. And we'll go ahead and add this door in here. I think we want it right here. Come back here with our castle block. That in the right position. Should be right there. Okay, and I think actually some stained glass would be really nice right there. I don't think we have any stained glass in the game yet. Let me make sure. I do. Okay, I just went up there. Okay, I just went up there. Thank you. Okay. That's too high, but we can use the snapping, hopefully. That's where it's actually supposed to be. Okay, I didn't want to pick that up, but I guess that's the way it's gonna be. Ain't gonna be fussy. Okay. Those should go up a little bit more then. Okay, I continue to pick up the door. I don't want the door. Why is the door so much easier to pick up? Well, maybe these would look better here. Alright, just go where you're supposed to go here. We'll probably put some nice window slits in here. How many? We probably should make that look better. Okay, 1, 2, 3, and on the fourth block, 1, 3, and on the fourth block. That's off by 1 here. 1, 2, 3. We'll just leave it at 3 for now. Should be right, hopefully. Now we should have another one in this corner. It's not gonna look right if we don't. 1, 2, 3 on the fourth one. There we go. And yeah, we've got ourselves some nice little windows there where we could still shoot out if there were invaders coming in. Let me scoot up in my chair here. As I said, I'm still recovering from surgery here, so it's a little hard to move yet, but yeah, and we will be filling in a lot more of this as well here, but yeah, originally tonight I wasn't even going to work on the gatehouse, so So yeah, I went through a few different ideas here. Flower garden, open courtyard, big bonfire kind of looking fancy flame thing. But ultimately, I think, and I'll probably one more maybe. Something like that, and then we'll bring it over around our torch here, so our torch can still stay standing there. Okay, and then we can come in here, get rid of a few more chunks at a time here. And we probably will change the bottom block here too. I don't want to take away too much here. I might end up going like one lower here with this as well. Oh, went too far there. And there, now it's dark out. Let's actually do this a little differently here. Oops. I'm actually gonna fill this back in here. There we go, that's gonna look better. Alright, let's go down and water overgrowth here. And then underwater luminescent growth here. Just like that. And then, yeah, we'll see how far that gets us here. And then I do want to actually probably take this down one more here. And I want to leave kind of a little step system in there. That's kind of more like a little, it's still going to be a pond, but it'll be like a little, kind of a, almost like a bath area. Okay, let's see if we can actually speed this up a little bit. Yeah, that's going to remove too much, so nope, we can't. So we'll just go back into first person here. Let it go faster. And if you guys were watching on Twitch, I have not done my past couple streams on Twitch. I've been having a lot of problems with Twitch recently about, you know, with basically connectivity issues, with streaming quality. So I'm just not sure what I'm going to do with Twitch quite yet. It's just giving me the best option there. So we'll switch back here to our hammer. And then we'll go ahead and layer in some underwater mud. That's a little big there, so we're gonna go back here and we'll do it just one step at a time. Basically, we'll just kind of layer this in here. Okay, I'll just edge it around here so I know I don't miss any of the edges in the weeds, basically. Okay, and then we'll switch back to our underwater luminescent growth here. Because then basically we can just come in here like this, delete one out, and we can place in some of that. Just make some nice glowing areas here. Like it's underwater glowing algae or something. Yeah, that's looking pretty good. I don't know what's happening right here though. This is looking kind of funky-tastic a little bit here. There we go, that's better. Stairs are messing with it a little bit, but and we do have our underwater overgrowth here, which for some reason is not showing up. Why is this not showing up? Oh, this is okay. This is overgrowth. Yeah, I gotcha. Okay, and we do have our tool. I want to say I put that in my natural box here. I may not have put it in my natural box. Oh, there it is. All right, and then we do want some climbing rows here as well in our inventory. And then some wisteria would be really nice on there probably. So let's run down then with our overgrowth tool. So basically we can come in here then, and we can do alright, and then we can switch to our climbing rows, but first let's do the water stuff, because water is very finicky and I don't want to get it all looking nice and then have it not work. So we will need our water stuff here. So basically we'll do a water dispenser, and then we have our portable water pump and our watering can here, but we'll do our portable water pump. We do have a water barrel there as well, and we probably should grab a couple of wall drains, floor drains, just in case we make a huge mess, because it is water. And water goes everywhere in this game, so okay, what I would like to do now is go ahead and place this on the wall here, if possible. Why won't you snap to that wall? I won't snap to any of the walls. Why? Is my building glitched? No. It should move up and down automatically, but we can probably fix this. So if we go ahead and place that, it's going to start filling in, and it should just go. Yeah, and that actually looks quite nice there. And then I'm going to go ahead and switch back to our conifer wood blocks, and I am just going to do some edging here. Just like that. Yeah, and I actually quite like that. We might actually bring this all the way over like that. Almost like a fireplace, but for water. Alright, let's go ahead and turn this back on here then. Let's see what that actually ends up doing. How full that actually gets. It should get even with that. If you guys are wondering, there is actually a contest right now for water builds in Enshrouded from the devs. But because they just released this update not that long ago, this is not going to qualify for that. There's going to be some really insane builds on there, so if you want to check those out, you can go watch some of those videos too. This is slowly going to fill up here. And we're just going to go around and make a nice little walkway here. Okay, snapping off. Snapping off. A nice little walkway here, all the way around. Okay. Widen this one out a little bit more here. We're not building in exact squares here, so that's making the game a little upset. Alright, then we'll see here. We should probably have a way to get up here. Maybe that's good enough right over there, because then we can come along with our actual castle wall block here. Back over to the wall. Make a nice little wall right there. And what I'm going to go ahead and do then, come up to the 1 meter here. First person mode it. Get rid of one section here. I will switch up to my conifer wood block here. And I will come down here and edge that off right there. And I'm off by one again. Just like that. Get ourselves a nice little walkway up there. That is still running there, which is just great fun. That's amazing. I'm loving the way that looks already there. May even add another light in over here on this corner. We'll see. All right. So we've got a nice little walkway up here. This should probably be a little wider though. So how can we extend this out here? Let's go ahead and just extend this a little bit here. And then basically what we'll do then is I'll just come along with this block. And we'll fill that in to be a nice wall here instead of just the steps. Like, probably like that. And then that way we have a nice, much wider area to get across here. I've already built our post, so that's good enough. Good enough for us, right? And we will add in our Crystallians. Is that how you say that? I have no idea. Actually, we might use some different blocks. So let's go look at some of our options here. So for stone here, we've got a lot of options. Granite would be okay. It would look nice, I think. What about other wood? I kind of want to use some more wood. The palm wood looks really good too, so let's try some palm wood here. Because basically what I want to do then is frame in an area here, so something like that. And then we'll use let me run up and grab some dirt here. naturals here. Do we have anything? We do have fertilized soil in there. But we could actually use some of our flower soil here. Could actually work as well. And yeah, I build a lot in the one by one blocks here, just because, or the half, I guess it would be. This would be the 1 meter here, but yeah, that actually doesn't look too bad. This is a little high right there. That looks quite nice there, actually. Nice little flower bed. Yeah, I do like that. Did I get one back here? Yeah, I must have. All right, and then, oh yeah, we also wanted to use our overgrowth tool. Before I forget, we'll go down to the single here, and we'll just add in some nice climbing rows here. And then we'll probably, let's make a row of wisteria along the top up here. Actually overhang this a little bit here. I'm not quite done building that up there yet either, so. Don't want to put it right there for some reason, but anyway, let's put it up. Nice wisteria right there. Oop. There we go. Nice, mix it in there. I just kind of want that. All right, let's throw some steel on here. We're gonna have to lower that bad boy down. Just like, oop, not too high yet. I think that's too high yet. Put her down like that. Can't really see with this post right here, so we're gonna have to flip sides. I'm not sure how much we can stick out there, but we might have to cheat a little bit right there. Just because we didn't quite build our dimensions right, but... Okay, we can hide that with a corner post. We won't be able to hide that. That one fits in there good. See what we can hide with the corner post here. I think, yeah, we have our fine stone ones. We could go with the fine wood one. Let's try both here once. Wood one is a little big. Both a little cumbersome, honestly. The stone one will hide our oopsie there a little bit better. And let's see here. I'm trying to decide. We're gonna put a lot of clutter and stuff around there. We need some lighting in here as well, so maybe we'll grab that quick. Offload some of our... Oh, we'll keep our naturals. We got a lot of room yet, so... And then for lighting in there... we could probably either use the throne room ones. Those should look nice. Let's see here. Or... We've got options here. We've got options. We do the small mounted ones. Let's see here. What else do we have? Those are too big. Where's our bronze ones at? The bronze ones look pretty good too. That might about do it. I don't want candles or nothing in there because candles would not burn long enough in our guardhouse. So let's see the size of these here. I think we'll put one right here. Can't really tell if that's in far enough. And we would want them placed underneath here because if it were to actually storm out or something like that, you would want your torches placed underneath the little overhang there so the rain wouldn't get on them and put them out. And it's just about dark here, so we'll be able to see what that looks like too. Alright. Yeah, we'll decorate the inside of there in a little bit. Ah, I know what we're gonna put here. I don't believe that I have any currently made though. And that would be target dummies. I do not have any made. The statues I think would be too large. Like if I did a, don't I have Queen Myra's statue somewhere? Maybe I put that in a different chest here. Let's see. No. Oh, I had a statue chest somewhere. Not one that I would use very much. Trophy chest, but there's not much in there right now. I know that I have a Queen Meridia or whatever her name is. It's statue down here in our building chest. Is she facing the right way? Yeah. Should almost be up a little higher. Like, you can't really see what I'm doing here. Perfect. Look at that. Now that is a nice touch. I love that. Oh yeah, we were gonna look at what this looks like at night too. So very, very nice, I think. And if we were in the market square down here, say we're doing some late night shopping, market's just closed. Oh yeah, that looks very good. And don't worry, we'll be filling all this stuff in here with the small town, essentially. I'll be doing videos on pretty much all of my builds, so you can kind of recreate this whole thing if you want to. Obviously, the castle here will be a little different, but... And there's that plant growth glowing. That's hard to say. And the water there, which is cool at night. Alright, so a little dark and spoopy in here right now, but we can go ahead and put in some torches around here as well. There we go. You should see what we're doing. It's gonna be so good. And we are going to do some water features down here too. I'm just not exactly sure. Actually, we could probably work on that right now, to be quite honest. So let's move some of the stuff back up. We've got everything already equipped on us, so we might as well. Alright, let's go ahead and grab out our hammer again here. And then we want to make this kind of a little pool here. So I think we're actually going to go with... we'll go with the palm wood for this one. And I'm just going to go ahead and edge this is all I'm really going to do here. So we'll come around here with the palm wood. Oh, that's underwater mud. Whoops. Okay, what do I got going on here? There we go. I was very confused there for a moment. Okay, good. That's edged nicely there. And then on here, we basically just want to come back into our hammer. We will go... We're gonna have to do some manual stuff here. With the little blocks, the little baby blocks. Just like that. Then we'll come in here to the underwater luminescent growth. Break out a block, put that in there. Break out a block, put that in there. Break out another one right here. I just want to give it a nice little glow around here as well. And it's always much easier to build without water in there first. So now we'll have some nice plant life in there. And of course we have to also make plant life for in here. So let's go back down to our mud here. And then this might be a little big. It might work just right, actually. Just like that. That should be the same height now, hopefully. Come up here, get rid of this again. Before I do the wrong thing, switch to the right block. Okay, just like that. Then, I think we frame this up here, actually. Let's come back into our walls here, back up to the castle. For some reason it's gonna be a pain here. There we go. Flow now. So basically, we're missing one thing here that I want to try. Back to our water here, and then I want one of these small irrigation gates and these large ones. We're just gonna take a look at how that actually looks. Alright, so the small one would be like this, which would fit nicely in there. The large one is a bit large, so we could do one like this. Right there, and then we need to get rid of some of these blocks. So let's go ahead and get rid of some of these here. It's gonna be fussy with me because that's in the way there. Kind of gotta finagle it a little bit here. It actually doesn't look terrible. Yeah, I actually like that. Alright, and then we can come over here. And we want to be the same height as in there, which is going to be tricky. We might actually have to go one higher here. We'll see in a second. We might actually have to go one higher here. We'll see in a second. Let's open this up. Okay, why can't I open this now? There we go. Is that now flowing out? It is flowing out. It might have to go one higher here, actually. But we'll see once it's done flowing in here. It is coming up a little bit, but it might be a little low here. We'll see once it gets filled up here with water. Basically, I want it to be pretty much parallel with the top of this wood. It's flowing up nicely. So it might actually be high enough here. Yeah, that's doing really, really good, actually. And at night, it's gonna look very nice, too. I love water physics in this game. Like, it's jank, but it's also amazing. I don't know how the devs did it, to be honest. Alright, these steps need some help out here, too. So let's switch back to this here. And we need to... we need to fill this in here, so we need a beam. So probably Connor for wood here. And then let's make a beam right here. Not quite sure. There we go. And let's go ahead and seal this in. Oop. There we are. And that's gonna look so much cleaner. Very, very nice. I like that a lot, actually. And let's go ahead and build on right here. And then we'll come down to right that, probably. There we go. Tidy that up some there. We'll have to fill in that hole as well over there, but I don't know what block I was using right here. If it was the castle wall or if it was actually the granite, polished granite. Let's see here. It does look like it was polished granite. Okay, so we can actually fill that hole in. Yep, it was. Okay. Good. That looks much better there already. I like that. Alright. And our water filled in nicely here. Our dirt could have been a little lower, but it did fill in very nice. You can always change. Gatehouse. We're gonna have a grand old home here. One fit for ourselves, so to speak. And then down there, I will put a little light in there as well, probably. Or maybe a flower pot or something, we'll see. And then I do have some ideas for this wood right here too, for the corner. So let's keep going on our gatehouse here. Basically what I want to do now is... we'll extend this out here, which well, there is one block I want to test out as well. Since we're testing things out here, my streams are a little more of my test grounds here. It was under the... those are my roofs here. Here we go. The half-timbered shell limestone block. I did want to see what that looks like. I believe it's a little more ornate than just the half-timber. So let's switch to that once here. And then I did want a small overhang here. Okay, we might have to actually get up on top there so I can see what I'm doing. Okay, something like this. Let's go down and see what that looks like. Because basically then we will overhang this out to be even here. Okay, before I get too carried away. Yeah, it could still work there. We'll see if we leave that or not, but... Then I did want to see what the walls look like as well here. So basically, if I switch back to my castle wall block here, switch back up to my 4. Oops. So basically what I want to do is do the half-timbered shell limestone around the outskirts here. And see how that's just kind of a nice colored versus the very pale other, the regular half-timbered block. And then the front here, I do want to keep that as the castle block because it is to protect us from attacks. So we want to keep that as actual castle on the outside here. something that would actually defend us here. And we'll just keep that uniform like that. And now let's look at the outside for that. Oh yeah, that is quite nice, I think. What is right up there? I have an idea. What if we build a stairway up here? There's no spiral stairs, but we might be able to simulate that. Yes, I do kind of like that, because if we come right here then and actually go the wall block here, and build that up to there. And then over here, this will be on the inside, so we won't need it there. So let's go back up to the castle wall. And I think the easiest thing is going to be going like this. And then we'll come along with the singular here. Get rid of one row here. Might be the quickest way. Or not, who knows. And then we want to make an actual way to walk around up here again. Because basically what we're looking at here is this is going to now be second floor here to our guardhouse. And I'll leave a way for me to jump up here for right now, since we don't have that in there quite yet. How are we going to get up here? Oh yeah, we have a... This will actually be our third story, right? So we will need a way to get up on top up there. Okay, so what we're going to go ahead and do then is I will remove these. And we will place in some stairs here. Quit it. Okay, so some nice stairs here. Right. Eventually we will have to cap off this guard tower here. So what does this look like from the outside so far? We haven't even really looked. Oh yeah, once we get our support columns in there and whatnot, it'll look very, very good. Or basically our upside down arches in there. Yeah, 'cause right now it's all flat on the outside. We haven't done like any exterior work whatsoever, so. But that'll look nice. Okay, so if we go up, we could actually raise this up several more high. So, I mean, like we could come up here. Yeah, and then we could go another layer higher yet. And make this into sort of like a tower. That would probably be the easiest. So if we come back down here to our 4 meters. And for now, let's just go like this. Leave a way for me to jump up right there. Back over here, back to our castle walls. These are snapping. Come on, snap, snap. There we go. Okay, it did work well. Alright, then over here we will continue to use our half-timbered shell. And then, over here we want a way up. So we'll go down to our smallest little itty bitty stairs here. Wish we could go even smaller. Maybe we can here. Okay, let's start. Go in here. Bring this up. Right there. Hold on. This will be one wider here. Then we'll have to probably bring it down to this level. And it's gonna be one too high, right? Eh. I'll probably have to be down one more, right? I just want a narrow little pathway coming up here. And narrow it will be. There. Actually, let's get rid of this right here. Let's go in the corner, shall we? So let's just bring this all the way over like this. And up like that. There we are. Nice little stairwell there. Seal. That is actually fairly sealed in right there. And there. Got ourselves a nice little stairway going up there. Maybe we'll fill this back part in here. But we want to leave some open spots like that for some clutter. Make it look lived in eventually. I'm gonna put some nice windows in here because now we're kind of out of the guard area, more so into the actual maybe like barracks area or something like that. This will be the guard area here to shoot down. Kind of the living quarters area going up here. And we'll put lighting in there too. Glad it's not Minecraft, so stuff isn't spawning in there. You can see here this nice little detailing here with the fish and whatnot. Very, very cool. And I like the coloring of this. Is it dauber? Is that what it's called? Or daubing, maybe? And I was thinking, like, from here we could switch back to our castle block. And we could then just keep on build. Oh, I almost fell. Keep on building up into a nice tower here. Good. Good. And we only want this one to be up to right. Oh my word. Okay, we're gonna cheat here. Ta-da! Alright, and we'll keep going up with that there then. Eventually to make that a nice little like tower here. And we do want probably the tallest one to be our actual bedroom tower up there. So I don't want to go that high probably, but I have an idea here. Decide where the best area would be for this. Probably right in the middle of that one. There we go. Now it looks like it's supported well there. Perfecto. And we'll probably cap this off here with some kind of a roofing block. I just don't have any in my inventory right now. I'm not sure how tall we want to go with this tower either. Let's take a look at it from the outside and see what it looks like so far. It's gonna look pretty flat because obviously no texture or windows on it, but so the support struts here, if I can in fact rotate them far enough here that they're flat. Does it have to be on the ground though is the question. This might not work anyway. I wanted to put them, wait. Yes, okay. So if I somehow put them in over here and seal them off, like say I put it right there, We need the daylight to show you guys this. I'm trying to have another crazy brainchild here. We're just starting to come together though. Alright. So you might be able to catch my drift here with where I'm going with this. Because then... Let me flip another one here. If I can seal that up somehow, they will look like... Might be able to do that with some chain pulleys or something to flip them just right. But if I can seal that kind of mess in there a little bit, they might actually look like, you know, in medieval periods, over gateways, they would... We could actually use... I don't know if I have any made either. I don't. We could use cauldrons too to make it look like they're ready to pour boiling oil down. But let's go down and see what these big steel barrels look like. And we're probably gonna have to make a platform here so I can actually get up there to work on things a little bit better here. Yeah, so we could actually pick these up here. And then we could go ahead and switch it to these. Which if I want to flip them as well here. Something like this. Then we just need to basically make some kind of a chain around that, and we need to somehow figure out, make it look like there's a spout coming out of that without actually having water come out of it and flood everything. Oh, a drain. Can I place a drain on there? It might be really finicky. We might be able to do it though if we get lower. I really like that actually. My windows are off here, which is kind of irritating me, so I'm probably gonna have to fix that too, but... Yep, we got boiling oil out there now that can be poured down. I'll probably put some chains around there too and make it look a little better, but I don't have any chains made right now, so... I really like that. That's a cool feature. So good luck breaking into our place now, because we will set these stone stairs on fire. We could actually make this look nicer down here too. I just had another idea. If we actually switch to our 2 meters here, see what this looks like. We'll go up one more here. I snap directly to that. There we go. So we are like too high. Oh my word, I'm jumping all over here. Too high there. We'll see what that looks like then, but I'm thinking we could probably bring it over to like... Why was I up so high there? Oh, I didn't hit my target, that's why. There we go, and then we'll come up here. Alright, and then we want a roof on this, kind of like a little pagoda here. What kind of roof could we... Let's go up and look at roofing blocks here once. Maybe we could actually use some actual roofing blocks here. And see if it's actually going to snap to where we want it to snap to. Probably not. I'm going to be fussy about it. Yeah, let's just try to do the best we can without snapping here. Corners are quite annoying sometimes. Might be good right there. Yes. Okay. And then we want to come here to this. Use snapping now. Back to our corner block here. Let's flip this around. And then we're going to have to turn off snapping again because it's going to be fussy about it again. Might have to go right there, possibly. How's that look? Yeah, that does look about the same, so that's good. Back over here to our snapping. Oh yeah, we didn't do a... Right, we need to do a column over here. In line with these. Whoa. Make it too high. Like that. Back down to our 2-meter roofing block here. Do a nice corner. That's, yes, very close there. I wanted to put some railings around here, but trying to be very annoying for me right now. Okay. That's gonna be too wide if I do that. Yeah. Man, that would look really nice too. I might be able to go like this though. Move on. What is that? The y-axis? The x-axis? Yeah, let's turn off snapping ones. Sticks out too much. Okay, why is it being such a pain? Alright. Maybe we won't be able to do that idea. But we can still make it look nicer. I.e. with our single blocks here again. Oop. Okay. Single blocks here again. We're just gonna trim it in the palm wood as well here. Oh yeah. Nice legs, I guess. Don't really see it too much unless you're on the other side, maybe. Even then it should be okay. Not messing up our... See, it's like it's got an odd tilt to it, but this is a square-based game. There should be no tilting. So, yeah, I'm not really sure what that's about. But we're gonna leave it. Oh no, it should all disappear. There we go. Once we get the corner off of it, yep. Okay, good. Getting nervous there for a second. Like, why is that so strange? But now it should be, yeah, nothing poking. Oh, there's a little bit. Huh. I don't know. Maybe that one was placed just a little bit lower or something. But it shouldn't have been. It's even with the other one. Ah, whatever. Alright, and then we want to switch back to our roofing blocks here. Go ahead and grab an end cap. And there we go, a nice little roof. Kind of overlaps a little bit with our stairs here, but we might be able to fix that a little bit later too. Trimming some of it off or something. It's almost got like gutters on it, but just a little stone overhang. All right, very good. And then what I do want to actually do too then is go ahead and switch back to our single blocks here. And then if I had stopped flying on this way. Just like that. And now we have some nice beams in there to break it up too, but nice little pagoda there. Or what I would consider to be a pagoda, I guess. Branches sticking through here, which is a little frustrating, but it's a game. Nothing's going to be perfect, so. But yeah, that looks quite nice right there. Just improve that build tenfold, in my opinion. I'm having more ideas, but sorry. All right. Got our nice little fountain there, which is great. And then, and you got to be careful with water too if your machine isn't super beefy, because water in this game is very taxing on the machine. But they are working to fix that up. So, okay. And what I was talking about earlier is we use our conifer wood blocks here, and we're just gonna take this up. Like that. And we'll just make it a nice little snap out. What are you doing? Snap out. Okay, we'll do it ourselves then. So why don't we might actually extend this platform out a little more here. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna extend this out a little more here. Right or wrong, we're doing it. That's gonna change up our pillars a little bit on the inside here, which is fine. We look like we can actually probably support that weight just fine now if we had realistic physics. What is this gonna look like for us here? Be wide enough yet? Yeah, it should be. We'll see how the roofing looks when we get this all framed up here. I might have to do some major alterations to this build. Altercations. Sometimes I wonder. Been a long day already, so. Alright. And then we'll go ahead and we should be able to trim this out then. We can look at actually putting a roof over the top of this as well here. We'll need our green shingles there, like whatever it's called. I forget what they're called. If I snap it, it's going to look like that, which wouldn't work right. We almost need to use something like this, which is, these are just terrible to work with. Oh, I used the wrong block too. Okay. There we go. Let's go like this. Okay, and then if we switch back to this, let's just see what this looks like here. We're gonna need a corner here of some kind as well. Oops. Probably something like, there's an edge there. Okay, we're gonna have to get up there somehow. No, 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 no. I have another idea. There we go. Okay, now let's do our corner. Something just like... Which way we gotta be facing here? Do we actually need a real corner here? Not worry about that too much for right now. At the same height? Doesn't look like it, does it? Okay, let's get just the height down here so I know where the height's at. Okay, so it should be at that height level, which is all the way out here. If we curve it, should end up somewhere right in there. And now we just have to figure out how we get that wall, that ceiling connected to that ceiling. Which could be very difficult. In fact, we might just be better off coming in here to the single blocks and bringing it over here manually. Something like that. That's still lower. That looks lower. Okay, let's bring it over here then. Need to curve this. How would that end up looking? Okay. Oh, my word. We did it. Oh, that's painful. Alright. Complete focus mode there for a minute. Alright, then we need another corner here, I do believe. And that's gonna end up looking jank. I somehow need to get this. Put that. I might actually have to use this single block here and just finish this off like this, if I can. That might not work, but we could grab a singular one again. It's a little weird because you kind of have to envision what it's going to look like before you're actually done. Then we'll just fix up the bottom a little bit. And it's on the back side of the castle. No one will ever know. Alright. And I kind of want that whole theme to carry through here. So if I could... Well, actually, we need to cover the rest of that, so... maybe should put a cap like this. And then... That's going to be too high then, though, right? If I bring that up... Alright. I might have to come back to that wall. I think we're not actually overhanging, so we could make an overhang over here too. Could look quite nice. But I do think that's going to be it for this one here tonight. I'm going to give my eyes a little break here. So if you do like what you see here and you're watching the VOD and want to see more, I do put out how-to videos on YouTube. Check out the channel there under the same name. If you're watching on a different platform, do consider leaving a like and subscribe.